in the bag there. And a couple kills will go the way of Big O in the end. Would have liked next if, you know, if they're thinking that they have a round such as this, there's not really all that much in the way of counter utility. No incendiaries, 2 flashbangs, that's all that Big have. They're going to minimize Smooya's usefulness by obscuring the vision that he has. He can't really have much impact until it's an afterplant situation.
Tizian creeping through the palace smoke, so he can just tell his teammates to stay alive. He can get the big flank. Nip have no idea he's up there.
Can he get 2? Really needs 2. He can fall back as well. Ding dong from Twisto. He will be denied. They're lining up for tabseN. 1 for 1 now. 2 players remain for both sides. Forest still on a deagle. Got a rotation into Palace from Forest for some spam, but the bomb's planted inverse. Oh, they're really banking. Look at this, the double rotation. We've got a player making his way in towards connector as well. It's Twist with 10 HP. They're expecting, this is such a 100 IQ play from Ninjas in Pajamas, and there comes Twist, seeing them fall back, a shot to the head. Sorry, Forest. Got him the wrong way around, but anyway, Smia will have to fall back, and it's a 3-0 for Ninjas in Pajamas. That's such a great level of awareness, because you can be too focused on the engagement.
Could have created some issues, but NIP, they're off to a good start, and it's really interesting for us because we get to see their game plan and everything goes well, which is, and you can see they go for a really heavy beat push here, in an anti-eco.
Gotta love the big grenades. This Deagle's done great work. Next has really made it possible. Smia still lurking with the AWP, not even got a kill yet. Teammates doing all the work, and they did hear him. But there he goes. Xantares has got a Krieg now. Lecro above the window. He's made it winnable, but he has no idea where Tizian is. 25 seconds now. And unfortunately for Lecro, I think Tizian has the right idea because he's got a good position. Hasn't heard the beeps.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh my god! That's a great shot to make, isn't it? The first.
I think both players there, they played it how they should have played.
Yeah.
I think when you're fall back or commit to the original site, so you just hold the middle and heart of the map, so you can rotate to either site. And then Lecro, when you have such low HP like that, you just want to
set a situation. CT will have no idea. It's just like cutting noise. Well, here's a quick boost. Fast timing. Oh my god, it's done enormous damage for Nex. And NIP now, desperation push with the Mag-10, love it. Forest straight through the window, actually on the bomb site here, can do more damage with that Mag-10 potentially, but he does get eliminated. Twist is the next one to step up to try to deliver the kills, and he's going to do so. To trade it out, Next just simply did
2-3, but looks like Pinnacle are feeling big a little more. Xantares taken out in Palace, creeping, trying to get some information. Tizian's doing the same. He knows one player's in Palace. Now, does he try to walk elsewhere? They have a good read, actually, that there's probably 4 players somewhere else. That's really nice work from Tizian, just hiding on the side of the wall. That's a lot of information for Big. What did Nip choose to do? There's a minute on the clock. Forrest has fallen. That is 3. That's a huge frag. Plotsky will hold on to the bomb, though. 3v3 with a minute on the clock. Now things are getting hairy for both teams.
round for Big.
That's perfect. 20 seconds left and there's a smoke in the apartments. Again, the awareness is awesome this time from Big, but the pre-fire from Lecro through the smoke is going to have a huge effect. Smia delaying. Is there time for the bomb to be collected? It's a long way to jump all the way up. I don't think he's going to make it. It's going to be close. Oh, no. It's too late. tabseN just needs to hide. Actually peeks in the window. There was a small window of opportunity.
Tight for Big, so they've given themselves opportunity here to capitalize in that sense. Swing over the top of the fence, looking to see what he can find, but he's going to get taken down by a fast connector timing from Lecro, looking to follow through with the momentum to take down Xantares and connector as well. Forrest though has the angle, and he's gonna, no, he doesn't close it down. That is quite unfortunate for NIP.
4v4, 45 seconds, Rose creeping out with the scope. You won't see, oh, you will see one player into Palace, but he will surely never expect the second one. Xantares has to realize that he hasn't been detected. With the time on the clock, does he take the first fight? We see Nex running distraction in that connector position. Surely they don't check for him in the Palace after that frag. There's Nex now, making the forward play. Xantares playing for time. Plotsky taken out. Nex, there's still 20 seconds, still time for the bomb to get planted. You can see him moving forward, but Rez is looking for that second player. And there's
that piece. No there's very little defaults here from NIP. That's a great pick to begin a push on A with. Take down the player around Palace.
There's a gap between the smokes for Xantares, but has to avoid the flashbang. Rotating back towards jungle. A number of players there. tabseN not in position to use his molly. That's a smoke you don't see every day, but he swings through it with a flash from his teammate. Plopsky avoids and punishes. Knows where one of the 3 players is now. Continuing to use area control, but he will be eliminated. Big don't have the best position. Surely he had the scope. It's become very expensive for Big now. Only 2 players looking to save some items. That AWP is not retrievable. Maybe if they can find Rez, they'll take a risk and go for it. Then again, maybe not. NIP win their 4th round in a row.
Question is, what do they do next? And what do Big think they'll do next? Is also an interesting question.
Being fueled from it. Necro with the high flash. Makes his way towards short. But the off angle being played in connector. Oh, got to be careful. Big with some very unusual positions in mid. tabseN will be eliminated by Forest though. But who really has control? Can't see either team does in the mid position. Big still with Tizian and Xantares around that connector area. Now they smoke it off. And NIP focus on B.
Smear's in position. There's a big peek. Oof. Able to get out of there though, doesn't get any connections. They know what's coming. Smear will take one down as they make progress, but they can't get through the apartments, and that's the problem.
Immediately that there was a rifle and an op top B, and they had time. They could have fell back, but I guess since they knew exactly where those 2 B players were.
You don't have somebody at the back with the flashbangs as you're going through the window. Yeah. That AWP angle is really, really strong by the window. Put a smoke in the middle of the site, but then that can create variance in places for CTs to hide. NIP charging through, and Xantares has been taken out early, and again, it's still a challenge through that connector position. Hasn't always been smoked off from the top. If Rez peeks soon, he may be engaged by Tizian. Nice jiggle from Rez. Takes position now. Double peek is possible. There's one, but he's exposed to Smooya at the same time. But there's only 2 big plays remaining. Bomb still in control of Ninjas in Pyjamas. Plopsky comes out of the B apartments to collect the bomb. Smooya is in battle sniper mode, and Lekro's waiting for him. Feeling of desperation. Surely he just spotted him. Being hunted, moves to chair. Smooya knows he could be exposed to...
Bunch of veterans, they know they don't need to rush anything, get together. They have the info now. Next is B halls, and they know Smooya with an op. Now they have the info that both players are B side, so it's going to be a 2-on-2 here in A.
Yeah, that's what Witchwolf has posted up on a better angle there. Next actually going straight through the fire. Once again, really fast position. It's actually paid off enormously. As Plopsky thought he was safe in that angle, but he was not at all. And Twist is facing everything. Oh my god. He had time to plant, but I guess he didn't know whether or not he had rotated.
Yeah, it seems there was some concern about somebody peeking from CT. And there it is, 8-2-7. A thin lead for Ninjas in Pyjamas, but a great run in the second half of that first half. And it's the second. It's Mirage. Long, open duels. The 3 guys can abuse the numbers. Let's see, look, he's got a headshot. Twist would be dead if it was a P250. They're all aiming for the heads. I think Gamble some P250s. Okay, we've got next in Xantares jumping. Burst fire. You are really wishing for a lot there. And it seems it's not Christmas as far as Big are concerned, because they will not land what they're looking for. Another headshot with a Glock. Another person still alive. tabseN flies into the window and finishes off the job on one of them. Great patience from Forest. That second flip was absolutely disgusting. A ding-dong from tabseN, and he will fall as well. Yeah.
The new meta we've been seeing.
I've been talking about this for years, man. For years. I look at the sheets. I see the ranges. I made a video with a physical...
The other one in Plopsy's hands close under the bout. But if they go through connector, and the majority of players go through connector, then MP9 is going to be pretty useless under Balk. So this will be interesting to see how this dynamic works. The connector player Twist with the AWP, he's one of the most powerful players in defending the connector push. If you can get a peek on Ticket, right as they're coming up connector is very strong. That is quite the kill to find. And hey, you know what? They're going to switch up the pace. They're going to go into a B split with 3 players, and that's going to definitely catch NIP off guard. Lekro has so much to do by himself here.
Trying to avoid the grenades. Considered throwing the incendiary into the apartments, but what does he do with a short-range weapon? Playing off of his teammates now. Hasn't been detected just yet. He might get himself an upgrade. Big don't have position. Oh, Twist still moving when he takes the shot. One's gone past. Now Lekro could have something to do. So he hasn't got all the HP in the world. That is a fantastic incendiary. The fadeaway, the cover from Plopsky, the swing from Lekro. Very unexpected result there. Plopsky's lucky to not get taken down. With angles like this, even if you get pop flash as a T, it's not hard to spray the point of engagement, so we'll see. They're in position to split the B bomb site. Doesn't happen as often as you might think though with ladder control, so we'll see what they choose to do. Well, mistakes have been made around connector, perhaps waiting for the smoke to go up first.
What's happening, Xantares, he finds the timing. So if the B player didn't even stay alive, that's a bad peek.
I think Rez just spotted him. Yeah, he's being looked for. Rez saw him just in time from A ramp, from CT ramp. That was a life-saving rotation there. The information.
Rotated that market 2 players into B. And anytime that happens when you're faking, you need to stay alive and give the flanker enough time.
They'll put someone outside of the vent to make sure that there's no market, backstab, and they'll give connector and catwalk away. Forest, he loves a cat push, but it's not going to work out for him in this instance. Can Rez do some damage here? No, he will get taken out. This is a problem. NIP loses some ground here. Wiz, oh my goodness, he manages to turn around and still get that frag and stay alive.
It's a nice namesake there. Little twist. And a frag with the AWP.
Twist and shout.
Want me to put it? Could be a cheesy AWP name. NIP Trust. We saw in the first half a 1-2 set up with the remaining 3 CTs for Big, but it's the other way around for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Would I expect Plopsky in the same spot? They've heard the scope, surely. Unable to finish Smooya off. He's stuck there for now. Somehow able to escape Lekro. But where are the other 2 players?
It's an incendiary here in Plopsky. That could be placed on Sandwich pretty happily. That would be brilliant, but he's going to do everything himself now. It's a good elevated position. Has no smoke. And that's an issue that he should spread enough. That HE as well. All the utility getting used here. Xantares can't peek because of the molly. Someone's going to have to peek it. Oh no. That's it. That is definitely it. Very well done by Big. Definitely credit to NIP for how they played the 3v3 situation. I felt very ramp. He played CT, he played it passive, he waited for Twist to come and assist him, making sure that it was a guaranteed 3v3 retake. But I mean, what can you do about the quick? Quick push at top mid, a swing, and a hit. Xantares will take down one, but Forest has a fantastic response, having to swing full down Orpa as well. Can't win that one, but he's done as much as he possibly could from there. I don't think they would. No. And this is just going to try to crash peek that one. Not going to work out.
Yeah, there's another common angle a little deeper, which maybe he was crouch peeking for, but everything comes with a risk. That smoke is actually quite handy to allow his teammates to rotate in from the door, although there are angles beyond that smoke already. Lekro with a nice flick, looking for the remainder. The remainder is Smooya holding the high ground. It's a nice answer from him, but where are the other 2? He's got time to try and thin the numbers here. Doesn't need to focus on a bomb plant just yet. The rotation towards the short position. No, the underpass actually. Will he commit to the bomb plant? Not just yet. As time passes, things get a lot worse. Does he make a play towards A?
I think he has to now. He's committed.
The awareness would be pretty epic if he's able to do this. 16 seconds. Not sure what the shot was for. He'll rotate towards CT. Just time to plant the bomb. I don't know why he shot. He was confused. Maybe he thought he saw a model or something, because it kind of gives the game away a little early. Oh, you've got to be careful with these teasers. Smooth's pretty fast, looking for that second frag. I doesn't know where he is just yet. There's a Molotov to force him from this position. Oh, so close, but still no connection. There's the molly. Won't land that critical shot. Props for getting the bomb plant, but I do wonder why he fired that P250, because maybe he could have got a better position had he not done that.
Yeah, give his position more early.
What?
The peeking there from Plopsky scared.
You can't give Smooya an op shots like that.
Boo.
Valiant effort. He does get the bomb down, and yeah, it just.
Oh, that could be. This could be juicy. Not quite. Burst is coming though. How much has Lekro got? He's got. Oh wow, he's got coverage from the market with Forest on the AWP. That's going to be difficult. That flash is not going to do anything for Forest. Still doesn't hit the shot though. More chances for Forest as Lekro contains all of them. Beautiful work from Lekro, not allowing a single player inside the bomb site. tabseN has his flank, but he will go down. And now Smooya is left alone again with an AWP.
Stuck in the apartments once again. And this means game from Twist. They're included soon, but NIP are looking really good.
Yeah.
That's something everybody wants to see.
What do you think about that, Sleggy?
A little worrying against this big map pick.
Chunky grenades into the apartments, and there are just too many angles for the CTs. A crossfire can be very painful, and it is turning out to be so for Big. Xantares in the site. Where is that old vintage Xantares? Because he's most certainly needed now. He's hunting, gets the first one, but traded immediately by Rez. NIP finished with double the score of their opponent, just the one round for Big in that half. All NIP, and mostly by elimination, just the one bomb plant that I can see.
Yeah, NIP won both pistols.
And tabseN with smoke, HE, and the flashbang. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with this. Lekro has the dual elites, which still make no sense. I don't know that they are a consistent weapon. But if you're in a position where you're going to be rushed, then they can be.
I trust Lekro.
He's a steady pair of hands, but I don't understand. Maybe this is a tribute to Get Right, because he would often buy the dual Berettas. I just don't understand it.
But he had the Sweden color ones.
Ooh! There's one of the HE's gone. tabseN still has another one. Could go towards the pit, for example.
Like 2015, I made a video about Forest playing the pit position on this map. He will be exploded, and the Julies don't do a single thing. That's expected, I suppose.
Must be one of the harder weapons to balance. The Julies can very easily make them too powerful. Plopsky creeping. He will be denied. Rez has a lot to do here, trying to avoid a double peek or a triple peek. WP. Not a terrible map to not have Kevlar versus some of the other ones. Oh, that could have been so expensive. Oh, the combo from Plopsky. Lekro was in the flames for so long. I thought he would dive to the flames, to be honest. Amazing, he got something out of it, anything out of it. Twist now having to fall back very, very quickly. This is a fast-moving round of Inferno. Very unlike Inferno. A minute 30 and Big are wrapping through the arch position. Plopsky's in CT spawn. It's absolute carnage. We've got Rez at the bottom of Banana. Does he go back towards the B bomb site? Things may slow down now as Big consider their options, or will they? Looks like they are going to be decisive and make their way towards B.
He has a smoke, Rez. If he realized that he has the timing, he could have maybe smoked off CT spawn.
Just the default plant HE. Let's see other side. There are smokes to cut off some of these choke points. He could have smoked coffins before this smoke dissipated. Looks like he'll take the angle.
Forest is a smoke as well. He's not dropping it anywhere. Oh, they already had the coffin smoke to say. And these angles are too strong for Big.
Ooh.
That's an insane peak. What to win? Wow. Very decisive call from Big.
Yeah, I love that reaction. As soon as they realized that there were 3 in Banana, they instantly rushed up mid. They knew there was an opening somewhere, and that somewhere was CT spawn. And
putting themselves in a faster rotation situation. Smooya falls to Forest. It seems that Big have decided on the B bomb site. Next, maybe showing some presence towards B. Sorry, decided on the A bomb site, but there's such little time, and there are still 5 players alive for NIP. 10 seconds on the clock.
Push from Tabson, a double entry. Oh, he goes down though,
bomb's
and
down.
the bomb is on the floor, and that's it. The round's over. Very timely kills from NIP. It's unfortunate for Big.
Tizian moving around, but the exchange continues in that banana position. Some pre-fire from Tizian. Oh, that's such a fast reaction. Got headshot. That's why it's nice to pick up a T-weapon sometimes. Would have made a hell of a difference. But here we are.
It's a great way to maybe get a kill upgrade. And Tizian's around the corner. Ooh, unable to find that in time. Tizian more ready for the ting. That crow will also go down. Wow, Tizian extremely prepared.
That's a great off angle. Couldn't have picked a better angle for a push there with low HP.
Geometric knowledge, right eye peek.
Incredible round there by Tizian. With that quick reaction. Whoever won that battle, and now Nip, they're going to be in they're going to be money trouble. And all of a sudden, this is a complete 180.
And you feel like NIP have had so many good opportunities. That's a very fast pull of the trigger off the flashbang. It's going to work for Rez. And that's what NIP needed. And you can see they give up banana straight away. Oh, Rez actually is going to go forwards. Dry peeking it. He's going to get taken out. That's not a good look for NIP now.
Which is really important. There's a delay flashbang. He's close though, but again he can flash above Plopsky's head. He'll try to create some space and going to make a play himself through the smoke. They'll exchange position, but Forrest round the back will take out Xantares. They continue the push, but that smoke is really going to help Lecro. It's guesswork for Big. Behind that smoke, through the shadows comes Smooya, takes one in the face, and next is left, and there's another flank coming as well. It's too many man, only one frag for Big, 4 ninjas in pajamas.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this to go so well for NIP. I thought they were actually going to lose this round. And partly because I've been enjoying Big's decisiveness. Big are really decisive, and rotations or outmaneuver their opponents and so on, and Big aren't doing that. They're actually hitting really good timings, but NIP showing their class that time. A single AK on Xantares. Good for 1 frag. Can't protect that gun though, so someone else is going to pick.
Minute 20 on the clock, and the battle rages on for Banana. Plopsky will engage. He's spotted the bomb, only good for 1 though. Twist will continue the aggression, but their numbers game is too great for Big. They have position now, 2 versus 2, and IP have to go for this. Plenty of utility. Can hold one of the mollies for dark spot. Can smoke off the banana position. There's a lot that they will be able to do. Molly still in hand. Banana. Flash to face the site. Tabson getting close, he's creeping. That bomb is quite thick. They've both got defuse kits, but maybe they've taken too long. Both frags going the way of Big, and they are back to winning ways on the teeth.
Push after Plopsky died. See, there it is. I think it's partly because you feel like a frag is pretty guaranteed when you make those peaks, because you can be so quick with off, you know that there's 2 players there.
Pointed there from Nip. Plopsky, that's a tough angle to play sandbag with an SG.
Well, mid-aggression comes in, and that's a great start. Twist hits a very, very hard shot to protect Plopsky. Sorry, Rez as he moves forwards. And Big understand what's happening. They're going to just tell it to be as quickly as possible. That's the decisiveness we're talking about. And they should understand to go through these smokes, just like power their way through.
But maybe the impending urgency will keep their guns out. There comes a swing from Rez. Plopsky's been taken out, falling back now. Both plays for Big, almost in the red, 20 and 33 HP. Waiting for a response. Smooya creeping. There's a flash for Xantares to swing. He's a bit far behind it though. You'll see nothing there. And the bomb can get planted by the fountain. 2 versus 4. Smoke soon to go. Smooya better be fast. Going to take Twist out. Doesn't look spec, but if they can survive with the numbers, that is important for the rounds to come.
Pretty insane to hit that shot. And that shot actually like keeps Rez alive, and in so doing.
Looking to split the site. You've got Plopsky with an off angle in the library. He's got to com to his teammates that they are not covered right now. Pops out at the right time. That's a lot of map control. Forrest creeping around a smoke. Twist waiting for a push. Hard to flash him with that pillar right in front of him. So much utility being used. Forrest repositioning now underneath the balcony, and there's Twist to deliver a kill to Xantares. No frags just yet for Big. Smokes up. He can see the smoke Twist above him. Has some cover for a time. Focuses on that short position. Sees the cross from Smooya. 4 NIP players on the A bomb site. Oh my god, what was that? Tizian with a flying kill onto Forrest, but there's so much more for them to do. They're trying to do some more banging being attempted. Smooya has 41 seconds. He can still put in some work here. Plopsky jiggling. A few more bullets in the magazine now for Smooya. The rotation continues from Nip as the last man. Twist with a shotgun.
I like the idea from Big here. They were able to take mid fast, but they just got stuck finishing the round. They had a couple smokes left over. You could see the player trying to wrap. He knew he couldn't go because he was on a full buy. Last round of the half. It's a nice start.
That was actually a really nice punish because I think Big, they understood that there were three players banana for a faster timing up top mid, but punished. It just seems like NIP are ready for everything now. It's a great shot there. That can really open things up.
Great pop flash for Popsky to swing. He heard the Molotov and it allows his smoke to pop fast, but he still gets sprayed down through the smoke and Big take position. The decisiveness is back from Big. Twist saw the barrel of the gun. He knows the player is stuck there. While the smoke is up, maybe some grenades can be deployed. Trying to go for the wall bangs, and Tabson creeps on one side and punishes Forrest creeping on the other. Twist tries to swing, doesn't work out for him. 3-round lead for Big as we move into half-time. We'll see if they can take it to a third after the break. Go so deep. Big now a significant favourite in this game of Inferno. Xantares holding the headshot angle, but taking one in the face, and again, a one shot with the Glock, not enough. Xantares still alive is a problem. Forrest faces 2. He gets taken out. NIP have still held on to most of their utility. Tabson creeping away from Banana. Big not having lost a person yet. Tabson has a smoke grenade, so he could deploy at top Banana if he wanted to. There it goes. Nice and deep to limit the bursting possibility. NIP will cut the noise. Smooya. Ooh. Trying to get information about fully peeking, but he'll take one in the face as well.
Yes, NIP starts to barrage the bomb site. The challenges are there, and they do actually have enough control to get the plant. So the Krieg buy is at least secured. Ooh, Twist caught looking over the smoke. That is definitely a pretty common spot to catch. It's unfortunate for NIP. 2v4 now. It's not going to be easy. Both stuck on the bomb site. Plopsky's got to come out huge in this position. Gets a dink. It's so weak. It's one. And Wes has to do it all, but it's Tabson, the strong player at the end. All the help.
I'm questioning Forrest's play. He had early end of haul.
Now it can go back to a reasonable price, and because it should have increased cost for increased utility, essentially. And that's more than $50 worth.
And especially too that everyone has gotten used to the spray recoil of the SG. It's kind of an issue that people aren't used to it, but now everyone's down.
The learning curves.
That was a funny thing initially. 15-16 is like the crease the next thing. And the thing is that you still need as you say, like a team to actually take it on board and try it. And invest in it. No one was willing to do that. Good damage done by Big. I don't know if NIP are going to have too much of a good look into this bomb site, but given the fact that Smooya whiffed that first shot, now there's a bomb plant, and it's a 3v3. Xantares is going to dive forwards. Oh wow, he's just got out of there through the smoke. That is cheeky.
Man advantage for Big. There's a flashbang to play with. They've got 2 diffuse kits. Next doesn't have the best position. There goes the flash. Twist knows what it means. Quick flick from him. Has Forrest been activated yet? Do they know where he is? He's looking to swing, as you can see. Here's a footstep. Can't win a duel though. Twist now. Can't do much more. And again, they do have kits Big. They can upgrade the weapons. And it's another round in a row. Near T side, they are planting the bomb repeatedly, but they still haven't won a round.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a 3-mapper at this rate for sure.
Next, trying to pick the right timing, but Twist is waiting for the play. NIP not done just yet with this game. Taking the arch position, smoking off the choke points, or trying to, but Big will do the same. Splitting the A bomb site, and they've got control to stop a rat towards the B bomb site as well. Tizian even, the numbers top mid. Hasn't seen the bomb yet though. The bomb is towards Banana. Electro now can make a play towards CT, or can he? Smia will deny. This leaves one player towards B. Xantares about to creep a peek. Just as the smoke goes down and lining up for him, and that's got to be the round. Forest makes his way, 35 seconds. Considering what might be Nez Xantares for another one, his third of the round, and it's 14 round. Tabson has a quick go. Doesn't work out for him. Forest with the dry peaks with the Kree, can't blame him. Such a dangerous weapon, could have been 2. Does he chase, does he pursue Forest? This may cause a rotation from B. So NIP not going crazy just yet. Forest will create some space. Smoke into the molly. That might obscure a vision from inside double stack. Continues to aggress Forest. This time doesn't work out.
He threw the smoke there from Xantares. Actually gets out. Xantares around the corner. There's another kill from him. It's really going to hurt NIP's efforts. Smia's delaying on the bomb site. Great flashbangs coming over the top, just keeping them at bay for as long as possible. But eventually he's going to have to go for a peek here. Goes for it, and that's not going to work out for him. It's like Big are in some trouble, and they are opting for the save. So NIP with a extremely late as you can actually have in terms of a resurgence. But it seems like we are seeing a resurgence in terms of the fact that they are about to win a round.
Wow. Again, a back and forth affair. Very hard to predict the big.
Still so close.
Yeah, they're winning these super disadvantageous rounds. Luckily for them, Big, they are saving again.
Boy.
That's a lot of nade damage.
Yeah, you say luckily for them, but it's a similar story to what we saw last round. Big. Speaking of which, it seems they have intentions. Oh dear, this is a bomb carrier Twist. He's got a 1v1 though. Not shy to look for a second player. Next mid spotted with the AK, there goes the bomb. Down to 1 versus 2. Plopsky's got the 180. Xantares with only the deagle, making it as awkward as possible with his angle. There's the 1 deag. And indeed, it will be Big taking it 16-9 over NIP. Looks like it was inevitable, a late comeback.
We see Lekro here, he's the one with the set of nades. Probably going to open the door with the nade. They are going to commit to the fast outside. Ooh, straight to lower.
Always a good plan. Tizian has his USP skills tested, and he won't pass today. And this is actually not the worst situation ever for Big. They do have some decent positioning here for the flank. One player lower at least, although they don't have control of decontamination. They are ready to pounce onto NIP. Tabson has a smoke in kit. And obviously that's going to be important. He'll be coming from ramp. And this comes down to the headshots. Twist the first test here for Big on the retake. Looks like he's going to do a good job. Trace will follow though as a Big team going to make their way onto these positions. It's not working out at all. That's just Tabson. 2 HP. Ooh, gets another kill out of it. It's not bad.
For a Molotov. One, then the other one. Oh, they've got their Mickey Mouses. But Smia's got to pick through the squeaky door. And that's Rez keeping the lobby area honest. I wonder how daring Big will be in that lobby position now they've picked Rez off. Smia makes his way to the low ground. There's a big spread of NIP players outside, and surely this encourages a play forward in the lobby for some information. Xantares rotating off the ramp. He sees the shadow. There's a ding-dong from Forest, though. And now only 3 big players remain. Forest shooting the glass, which could suggest that's on B. Making his way towards heaven. Now, so much time on the clock for the Swedes.
We'll see how the timing works here. Smia, he's going to push, try to get info, and he gets punished. But 3 of the players on NIP super low, pretty much 1 hit. And luckily they go lower. But Tizian here, if he can get this entry, he's caught looking at the wrong angle. And we'll see next here saving. Great.
This can be quite devastating.
Yeah, we saw from Mirage how they like to start their matches with set pieces and switch things up.
Loss of life. There's only 5 deaths collectively between the players. Or 6 deaths. Oh no, 5. Lekr yet to die. They're yet to be fragged.
Initial grenades into A, exhaust some of the utility for Big. You see there's a Molotov inside the hut, so you can see they were holding on for that.
Yeah, but no molly hut.
Oh, they're coming through that squeaky position. 3 versus 2. Xantara's creeping up the ladder, but he'll have to wait. Bomb's on the floor. 40 seconds. Smuya's creeping as well. There's a great angle on that bomb. Plopsky might walk straight into his crosshairs, into his reticle. But Twist will have a superior angle. And NIP will come out on top. I think the side.
NIP's game plan, they're just running their game plan right now. It's really cool. At that previous round, we saw the passive default. Lots of time spent just hanging out. Then it's not quite the set piece we're thinking about, but they do run a very fast upper play. Just burst on it, and Big were not ready for it, it seemed. And NIP trade out successfully. They're working really well as a team right now.
Definitely all on the same page. But suddenly, those are rifles dropped. They are advanced into a position to plant the bomb. Nice pick by Smuya. Yeah, Plopsky playing it smart. He needs to wait for his teammate to get the next kill.
Tabson remains around the vents, bomb planted. Maybe taking Lekr out is enough to give him an opportunity. Creeping slowly. I hope the glass is broken. It is. That gives him more room for maneuver. Plopsky underneath him now. Does he know for sure that he's on the site somewhere? There's a blind spot right to his left, and that's exactly where Plopsky is. Plopsky looking up, and there's Tabson to deliver that final frag, and that's going to be the first round on the board for Big. There's enough time. It can lead to disaster.
That was smart. He knew he snip. It looks like they're throwing the late outside smokes again. And they're shifting heavy outside. We'll see what Tabs can do. Last time Nip did this, they actually went into warehouse, and if they do that, Tabson will have the perfect angle on him.
See elevation on Twist. Darcy heard it. Looks like he wants to creep through the smoke with no flashbang from anyone. And it will prove costly. There's the 5 versus 4. But look at the time on the clock. There's 35 seconds on the clock. Next has to hold down the squeaky position. He will do it for now. A forward play from Big in response to the loss outside. NIP have got 25 seconds to make a play. 3 players on the A bomb site, and it might be 4 pushing in for NIP, but they're really slowing this down, waiting for the smoke. There's an opening kill onto A. The trades will be very, very quick. 15 seconds. We've got a peek from heaven. Smuya delivers a kill. Molotov to stop the plant. Is it fast enough though? Xantares will take out the bomb planter, leaving Plopsky alone, avoiding the flashbangs. Smuya showing some presence, deploying more and more grenades. Do they know where Plopsky is? He wasn't the one planting the bomb. It seems they do. Xantares is creeping. Smuya baiting with a P250. And there is the headshot. A second round for Big. I'm not sure they survived with enough players, but a round is a round, and that has to be the focus for now.
Pick up. NIP though, you know, as you said, like, even though they're losing these rounds, they're able to find opportunity, do damage, get bomb plants. They're creating a lot of problems. It really still feels heavily favored in terms of, you know, what they're delivering. And bigger struggle to find, and it's a very fast run outside without any smoke coverage, down secret, and I don't know that the Big have any idea about this.
Rez in the anti-eco spot. Doesn't get his spray in the right place. Everything.
This angle that Tabson's in, if they can smoke off the other side and get the trade on Xantares. Tabson barely gets away with his life there. And Xantares, ooh, he gets shot through the smoke. That's unfortunate. There's 10 seconds.
Huge opportunity here. Just Tizian remaining. Ooh, had to win that one, but the trade actually was ready.
Fair situation, and somehow they made it work. I think that kill right there on Xantares was a big one. And Santaras was in the anchoring position. He had the opportunity to hold down the site. And
point from NIP, everybody's already pitching in. Aggression outside with Smuya there around the red container with the AWP. This has to yield a result, but he's actually a little bit slow, it seems, as the NIP players will go on the other side of the smoke, but tabseN will have coverage of that. Smuya back through the smoke. Definitely hearing the running, the jumping. It's got to be very careful. Not scoping it, doesn't want to give a sound cue away.
Versus a full buy, then 2 rifles and 2 pistols. Elecro's in an important position. He's looking for a multi-frag. He's about to get it as well, even though Smuya crouched. Good awareness, but such a bad position for him. That turns everything around. The A site now completely taken by NIP. Now it's just Santaras with Desert Eagle. Not much he can really hope to do. Probably worth holding onto his Kevlar, try and save a weapon. Not really a question of damage to the T economy when you're only such in a bad spot, but it's not a bad start. Before he can take a shot, oh, it was close. Score like this. I don't know that we're going to see a repeat performance. Santaras, oh, he's got caught with his knife out, trying to rotate the... Well, he's asking for too much, really. Now, this is allowing NIP to charge towards the B bomb site, taking control of control. There is going to be a challenge, however, from tabseN. Doesn't last very long versus the Creek, but Tizian can trade, as can Forest. Next holds down Decon. Still a man advantage for NIP. Bomb planted very fast indeed.
And there might be a backstab. No, Forest looks the wrong way first. Next thing will happen is able to survive for just a moment longer, but that comes to an end, of course. And a really sick swing so that the hot player's not really going to get very much because your players are all effectively coming from one. It's definitely a strong NIPT side. Big in 2 rounds, that's so bad. For a CT side of Nuke, it's going to be hard to recover. tabseN just going to hear the connection then, knows that there's a bunch of players here. It might not matter because the trade, the spacing is good for NIP. Plopsy gets the first pick and then they can swing on to tabseN. And they've unlocked the lower bomb site and they got those kills so quickly they don't really have quite the time to respond. And Smuya gets caught outside by a late lurk from Rez. And that is a huge issue. Oh no.
That's a really sick lurk from Rez. Holding down a secret position. He's reset the situation again. Tizian looks the wrong way. Marvelous work from
the scoreboard, and you're in those clutch situations. You're really not sure who's going to be where sometimes.
Last round of the first half. Tizian on the roof with the auto shotgun. Another roof play. Was that tabseN on the roof of Garage? Looks like it was. That's a high risk, low frequency position these days. And has ended as it normally does. Boys ready to line up that grenade behind the silo once again. The Molotov.
Right now they know something's brewing, but they don't have much to defend it with. Timely peek, but Forest ready. Now Tizian with the auto shotgun. That's great. Execution style with the instant headshot. I'm trying to creep around the back.
They should go lower. Yeah, nice.
And Klopsky was already down there too, so it's a great way to, like, the NIP have given themselves a great plan B if things go wrong, and here it is.
On the rapid, Klopsky does great damage to the transfer. 5 HP for Smuya. The 1 versus 2, has no idea what either player is. And there we go, 13 for 2 on the T side of Nuke. NIP storming their way to a potential victory in the second half. A few minutes trying to run distraction, but Forest here is a great many players looking for a headshot, but he will be the recipient rather than the deliverer. Klopsky, oh, that's all good for him. Tried to break control. I think there was a glass sound from somewhere else, and he thought he broke the glass. That will delay him a little. 3 players remain. Twist takes Tizian out by the ramp. Again, big. They really need to convert this pistol round. Showing plenty of presence, but are they going to try and rotate towards A, or what are they going to try and do? Santaras creeping in control, finally delivers the headshot. 3 versus 2. This could still swing back in favor of NIP. So what did Big choose to do?
Yeah, I think assessing whether they want to switch it back upstairs because you know that a player has implanted himself on the lower bomb site, and oh, this is very interesting. Ooh, oh my god, that is so weird. That is so weird. I can't believe Twist goes for that instead of the other couple players he had. but it's we can find. One headshot at this stage of the round is crippling, especially considering every player has nades. Oh, it's Twisted Forest to get the kills though. And
oh my god!
What on earth was that?
He's still going! Forest, what are you doing?
Forwards, and he's going to air all that he had an angle.
Oh my god.
Oh
Jeez.
my god. This is why he's
That
Forest.
is unreal.
Forest, by the
All you can do is pay your respects. Press the F button, boys and girls. Down goes next. IP a little closer to a solid victory. Feels like Big's wins and losses have been there's been a margin one way or another. But I think they've come to the end of the road here. HE grenade from Tizian. Tabson and Xantares remain looking for their first entry. Xantares creeping in. And then it's Tabson. He's been seen outside, tagged down to half health, and that's a wrap. 16-3, NIP deleting Big on Nuke.
yeah.
These replays, Dan, are brought to you by NVIDIA.